All right. Commissioners, would you please take your seats? We will convene as the appropriation, NGO committee. Appropriations.
Okay, we'll wait just one moment. I'm gonna go ahead and just confirm that we are recording and streaming. Just one moment. I just texted him. I just want to make sure.
Did you?
We are. We're good. They just confirmed. Thank you so much. We have confirmed we're up and ready to go. Commissioner Thomas, did you hear me?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just letting you know we are confirmed that we are recording and broadcasting.
All right, thank you. We did have a
Probably 8 to 10.
we did have a previous invocation and pledge in the other meetings. So if you could please do a roll call for me.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Thomas,
Present.
Commissioner Cothran,
Here.
Commissioner Epperson is in the building but not in the chamber right now. Commissioner Burrell, the same situation applies. Commissioner Blake is absent today. Commissioner Young,
Which young?
John Paul,
Oh, yeah. Me, yes.
and Commissioner Gage Watts.
Present.
Okay, you have 4 of the 7 committee members present. 3 are currently absent, but 2 are in the building and will be back shortly. But the 4 that you have does constitute a quorum.
Thank you so much. I know that this has been a long and exhaustive process, and I appreciate administration for all the work that they have done on this process. We do have 3 pages of applicants, and what I would like to do is I would like to present a list of funding suggestions, and if any of the colleagues or board members would agree. We do also have the scoring, the average scores provided by Ms. Thomas here on our documentation. What I'll do is I'll call out a funding suggestion. I'll ask that if any colleagues have any amendments to that, if they would write them out to the side. Once we get to the end of the page, I'll take any suggestions and then we can vote those suggestions up and down, and we can vote as a total page. Does that, is everyone is agreeable to that?
Yes.
You have a question?
No, I was voting
Just,
yes.
okay. All right.
Great.
Does that vote by acclamation? Could everybody say yes, please?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much for your vote, your voice vote. All right, so what I'll do is I'll begin with the Acadiana Legal Service Corporation. The funding suggestion for the 2024 award was $20,000. The 2025 award was 15. The 2026 request was 99. We will make that suggestion at $100,000. The Basic Necessities Group, the 2024 award was $0. The 2025 award was 10. The 2026 request was for 12,500. The funding suggestion is 12,500 for basic necessities. Beulah Safe Haven had a 2024 and 2025 award of 8,000 with a 2026 request of 15. That suggestion is at 10. Catholic Charities of Northwest Louisiana had a 2024 award of 16,000, a 2025 award of 20, and a 2026 request of 25. That funding suggestion is at 25. Christian Service Program Institute with a 2024 award of 23,000. 25 award of $25,000, and a 26 request of $40,000. The suggestion is at $30,000. Common Ground Community has not been granted a 24 or 25 request. They did make a request for 2026 of $7,500. The suggestion is $7,500. Community Caregivers of Northwest Louisiana had a 2025 award of $10,000, a 2026 request of $20,000. The suggestion is at $15,000. Donaghy Foundation has not previously been awarded. This will be their first year with a $28,000 request. The suggestion is $10,000. Faith in Fostering has not previously received an award. This will be their first request at $25,000. The suggested amount is $20,000. Go for Kids had an award of $0 for 2024 with a 2025 award of $15,000. The 2026 request was $3,000. Point of order, should that be a $30,000 request?
Yes.
That was it, Miss Barnett. What I will do is amend that to $20,000. Goodwill Industries has not previously received an award, and they did file a 2026 request for $10,000. Holy Angels had a, I'm sorry, Goodwill Industries, the recommendation is $10,000. Holy Angels had a 2024 award of $14,000, a 2025 award of $18,000, and a 2026 request of $25,000. The suggestion is $20,000. Hope Connections did have a $40,000 request for 2024. 2025, they had a $40,000 request with a 2026 request of $70,000. The suggestion for that is $70,000. Hope for Louisiana Clinic, received a 2024 award of $0, a 2025 award of $20,000, and a 2026 request of $50,000. The suggestion is to retain them at $20,000. The Innocence Project of New Orleans had not previously received an award. This will be a first-year request of $20,000. The suggestion is $10,000. The JAG Family Resource Center received a $0 award of 2024. In 2025, they received $15,000 with a 26 request of $55,000. The request is to increase from 15 to 25. I'm sorry, the suggestion is to increase to 15 to 25,000. The MLK CDC made a 2024 request of $16,000, a 2025 award of $25,000, and a 2026 request of $32,000. The funding suggestion is $25,000. The MLK Health Center and Pharmacy received a 2024 award of $16,000. The 2025 award was $16,000, and they made a 2026 request of $20,000. The suggestion is $20,000. North Louisiana Family Justice Center would be making a first-time request of $12,000. The suggestion is $12,000. The Northwest Louisiana Boys Council received a $0 award for 2024. For 2025, a $15,000 award, and the request for $26,000 is the recommendation for that is $20,000. They did have additional. We'll discuss in a moment.
The Boy Scouts.
Yes. The Providence House is making a first-time request of $100,000. I would like to ask for a moment for clarity from administration. This does not include the allocations that we have for reimbursements. Is that correct?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
The request from Providence House does not include the request from our reimbursement programs that we.
No.
Thank you. The suggestion is $100,000. The Restore Cooper Road Community Foundation has a first-time request of $50,000. The suggestion for that is $10,000. Robinson's Rescue made a 2024, received a 2024 award of $50,000. The 2025 award was $60,000, and the 2026 request is $60,000. The funding suggestion is $60,000. That is a typo. For the record, for the colleagues on the committee,
Yes, that's a
if
typo.
you'll see, it has $6,000. It is missing a zero. The Salvation Army Miracle Center for Hope received a $20,000 award in 2024, a 2025 award of $20,000, and a 2026 request of $35,000. The suggestion for that is $30,000. The Shreveport Youth Boxing Club received a 2024 award of $5,000, a 2025 award of $10,000, and a 26 request of $10,000. The suggestion is $15,000. St. Luke's Episcopal Ministry received a 2024 award for $5,000, a 2025 award for $8,000, a 2026 request of $10,000, and a suggestion of $10,000. The Ark of Cattle Boger Goldman School received a 2024 award of $7,000, a 2025 award of $10,500, and has made a 2026 request of $100,000. The suggestion for that is $50,000. The Betty and Leonard Phillips Deaf Action Center received a 2024 award of $5,000, a 2025 award of $7,500, and a 2026 request. What is that number? $10,000. Recommendation for $10,000. United Way of Northwest Louisiana received a request of $45,000, an award of $45,000 in 2024, an award of $45,000 in 2025, and has made a 2026 request of $100,000. The suggestion is for $60,000. Volunteers for America is making a first-time request of $25,000. The suggestion for that is 15. I'm sorry, that was 20. That was 20.
What, not 20 on Volunteers of America?
Yes,
And Commissioner Thomas, I'm sorry, could you repeat the suggestion for United Way?
60,000.
60. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I heard that.
60.
60. Okay.
60.
Yes. The Volunteers for Youth Justice received a 2024 award for $20,000. The 2025 award is $30,000. The 2026 request was for $50,000. The suggestion is for $50,000. All right. The Youth Outreach Group. I'm sorry, I did make that suggestion. At this time, after we've completed the first set of requests and suggestions, I will ask my colleagues if they have any suggestions regarding any of the named NGO applicants. Commissioner Young. Microphone, please.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to grant Volunteers of America their full amount, 25, if that's acceptable.
That is acceptable.
Do we need to second this, or do we need to do anything going forward?
I think we will probably vote as a block. Is that right?
I'm taking it is. The way I'm recording it is that it's a standard motion with friendly amendments that are either being accepted. Like if there was some
That's
denial of the suggestion, then y'all would need to vote on that amendment. But it appears that the maker of the motion is accepting that.
That's
friendly
correct. That's correct. We will have, we will make the first initial vote on these together. I am friendly to make those amendments from my colleagues.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I move to accept the recommendations of the chair.
Second.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we do have one more, Commissioner Cawthorn.
Okay, before we move,
Microphone, please.
I just wanted to know what the name, DANAGHE Foundation, what is that? Who is that?
So Donahue Foundation is a girls' home. There was information in your packet, and that's why it is a first-time applicant. While they are doing great work, because they are a first-time applicant, I did want to at least be able to fund it a nominal amount of $10,000.
Okay, thank you. I just hadn't heard of them before. The other thing is also in reference to the Beulah Safe House. You made the recommendation of 10. I would like to recommend that they get the entire 15.
I'm friendly to that amendment.
Uh,
Beulah Safe Haven.
Let me see, I'm not through.
You say, okay, that instead of 10, 15 for Beulah?
Correct.
Yes.
And also for Holy Angels, I would like to see them to get the total of 25 as well.
I second that.
All right. I am friendly to that amendment.
Okay.
I didn't catch the amount for
Chairman?
Martin Luther King Health Center and Pharmacy.
It is in the amount of 20,000. Mr. Burrell.
I was late coming in. I had another call. Could you take me from Acadiana, the recommendation from Acadiana down to the Nodge at the Nage Foundation?
Okay.
I think it's-
Acadiana Legal Services was $100,000. Basic necessities was 12,500. Beulah Safe Haven is 15. Catholic Charities was 25. Christian Services was 30.
Okay.
Common Ground was 7,500. Community Caregivers was
Wait a
50.
minute. Common Ground Community.
Yeah, Common Ground is 7,500.
Okay, and you recommend it?
The full 75. Community Caregivers is 15,
Okay. All right.
and Donna Hay is 10,000.
Okay. I got it from there. Mr. Chairman, on this Innocent Projects of New Orleans, which is a very critical part of what we sent a resolution down to the parish, down to the state for.
I'm sorry.
I would like to recommend the full 20 on that.
On which one?
Which one, sir?
That's the Innocent Project New Orleans, but it's actually based in Shreveport.
Yes, sir. And I definitely agree with the work that they do. Because it was the first year for funding, I felt it was more appropriate for the 10,000, and then we revisit, and hopefully we can increase more than $20,000. But I did at least want to get some demographics about the program and how it works for Caddo Parish. I'm familiar with the Innocence Project. Just want to at least be sure to be able to fund them at least a nominal amount this year.
Okay, well, I would recommend at least 15.
The recommendation was 10 out of the 20.
But I said 20, the full 20.
I'm friendly to meet at 15.
Okay.
Changing that to 20?
15.
15.
How much?
15. 15. 1-5. If there are no other suggestions, Mr. Clerk, can we vote by voice?
Yes, let's do, we'll do a
I'm
roll
sorry,
call.
excuse me, we have one more.
For the MLK CDC, I would like to increase their amount to 30,000.
I'm friendly to 30.
Are there any other potential adjustments? If not, then I'll restate the motion. Would you like me to go through the amounts?
No, sir, you
All
can
over?
just,
Okay.
no, sir.
So the motion is to adopt the slate that was suggested by the chair and modified in collaboration with the committee members. And that was seconded by, I believe, Commissioner Gage Watts?
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay, Commissioner
That's on
Thomas.
Page 1, right?
This is for page 1, yes, and this is for our records. This is for the applications to go through Acadiana Legal Services Corporation through Volunteers for Youth Justice. Okay, are we clear?
Yes.
Okay, Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Cothran,
Yes.
Commissioner Epperson,
Yes.
Commissioner Burrell,
Yes.
Commissioner Blake is absent, Commissioner John Paul Young, and Commissioner Gage Watts.
Yes.
Okay, that motion carries with 7 in support. 6 in support, 1 absent and none in opposition. And that brings us to the second page.
Yes.
Your second page starts off with youth outreach.
All right. To begin this one, I have youth outreach. I'm sorry, I'm waiting on one committee member to return. All right. For youth outreach, they received a 2024 award of 0, 2025 of 40, and a 2026 request of $40,000. The suggestion is to retain them at $40,000. Bernstein Development is a new request at $25,000. The funding suggestion is at 15. Booker T. Washington High School had a $0 award for 2024, a $10,000 award for 2025, and a $50,000 request for 2026. The funding suggestion is $25,000.
Oh, which one is?
Booker T. Washington. That's $25,000. The Cedar Grove Community Development Foundation is a new request at $31,372. The suggested amount is $20,000. The Community Foundation of Northwest Louisiana had a $0 award in 2024, a $10,000 award in 2025, and a $100,000 2026 request. That suggestion is at $50,000. The Community Renewal Incorporated received a 2024 award of $2,000, a 2025 award of $10,000, and with a 2026 request of $85,000. That suggestion is $50,000. The Doug Williams Scholarship Foundation had a $0 2024 award, a 2025 award of $6,677. The recommendation is $7,000. Extensions of Excellence is a new applicant. They did make an initial request of $25,000. The suggestion is $10,000. Girl Scouts of Louisiana is a new request for $5,000. The suggestion is $5,000. Image Changers is a new request for $24,000. The recommendation for that is $10,000. Inner City Entrepreneur Institute received a $25,000 award for 2024, a $25,000 award for 2025, and a 2026 request of $30,000. The funding suggestion is $30,000. The Inner City Row Modern Dance Group is a first-time request of $46,50. The funding suggestion is $5,000. Ivy Crown Services received a 2024 award of $5,000 with a 2025 award of $0 and a 2026 request of $10,000. The funding suggestion is $10,000. Literacy Volunteers at Centenary College received a 2024 award of $0. There is a 2025 award of $2,695 and a 2026 request of $2,200. The funding suggestion is $2,500. The Martin Luther King Neighborhood Association did receive a 2024 award of $0, a 2025 award of $10,000, and a 2026 request of $40,000. The funding suggestion is for $20,000. The National Sorority of Phi Delta Kappa Beta Alpha Kappa Lilly Foundation received a 2024 award of $4,000, a 2025 award of $5,000, with a 2026 request of $10,000. The funding suggestion is for $10,000. I am going to skip the Northwest Louisiana CDC. I think we will revisit that at the end of our process. Oasis for Hope received a $2,000 award in 2024, a 2025 award of $20,000, which for the record, I will note that that was increased later on throughout the year. And they've made a 2026 request of $40,000. The funding suggestion was $40,000.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
Oasis of Hope again, can you refresh my mind on what that was?
Commissioner
I-
Burrell, this one is one that they had additional presentations, and the committee did recommend providing additional money last year. This was an organization led by Sharon Green.
Dr. Green?
Mhm.
Okay, all right, now I remember. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr.
That Oasis
Epperson.
of Hope, they located on, what that street, not Jordan, is it Jordan?
That's where the office is located, but I think they do provide services in North Caddo as well, and a few different high schools. They're on-site services.
Okay, and what amount was recommended?
It was recommended for 40,000. The RAPS Youth Initiative is a new program with a $250,000 request. The funding suggestion is 25,000. The Red River STEM SciPort project is a new request from SciPort. The request is for 15,000. The suggestion is for 15,000. The Renzi Educational Arts Center received a 2024 award of 6,000 and a 2025 award of 6,000. The 2026 request was for 6,300. The funding suggestion is for $6,500. The Salvation Army Red Shield Shelter received a 2024 award of $20,000, $20,500, and a 2025 award of $23,000, and made a 2026 request of $25,000. The funding suggestion is for $25,000. The SCORE organization, this is a new group, made a funding request of 2026. The funding suggestion, the 2026 request was for 15,000. The funding suggestion is for 5,000. The Setting the Standard Barbering and Natural Hair Academy received a 2024 award of 24,000, received a 2025 award of 18,000, and made a 2026 request of 272,000. The funding suggestion is for 25,000. The Shreveport Opera received a 2024 award of $3,000. The 2025 award was 6,000. There is a 2026 request of 8,000. The funding suggestion is for $8,000. The Shreveport Regional Arts Council received a 2024 award of $10,000, a 2025 award of $20,000, and a 2026 request of $35,000. The funding suggestion is for $35,000. The Shreveport Regional Arts Council's Artist League has introduced a new program, and the funding request was for $10,000. Point of order. The Shreveport Regional Arts Council's suggestion or previous suggestion is not $35,000; it's $30,000. The Shreveport Regional Arts Council for the Artist Program, the funding suggestion is for $10,000. The Shreveport Symphony Orchestra made a new request of $7,500. That funding suggestion is for $7,500. The Sisters International Restoration Crisis Center made a 2024 award of $12,000, a 2025 award of $15,000, and a 2026 request of $120,000. I am.
We could scratch that one and we'll revisit later.
Thank you for your suggestion, Madam Chairwoman. We will remove the Sisters International Incorporation for consideration and revisit that at a later time. The Social Justice Civics League received a 2024 award for $12,000, a 2025 award for $10,000, and has made a 2026 request of $125,000. The suggestion for that is for $25,000. Southern University at Shreveport received an award in 2024 of $0. In 2025, an award for $100,000 and has made a 2026 request of $150,000. The suggestion for that is $115,000. The Southern University Shreveport Foundation has made a request, received an award of $4,000 in 2024, an award of $5,000 in 2025, and has made a 2026 request of $25,000. The funding suggestion for that is $20,000. The Southern University System Foundation has received an award in 2024 of $0 and 2025 of $0, and for 2026 has made a $1 million request. I would like to remove them from consideration. Madam CEO, I would like to request a meeting at whatever the leisure timeline in which Southern University System Foundation can present for us to discuss this in further. At this time, this does complete the second set, and if what I will do is I will add the additional three, since it is only three other organizations that we have left to consider. So I'll go ahead and include them in this page. That is the Teens organization, which did make a first-time request of $25,000. The funding suggestion is for $15,000. The Theater for Performing Arts Shreveport did receive a 2024 award of $8,000. The 2025 award was for $8,000. There was a 2026 request for $30,000. The funding suggestion is for $15,000. The YWCA received a 2024 award of $5,000. The 2025 award for $5,000, and the 2026 request is for $5,000. The funding suggestion is for $5,000. At this time, I would like to receive any suggestions from any colleagues, and we'll begin with you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to-
Microphone, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to, just to stay in line with what we've always done with the request and not to honor any additional requests over the requested amount. I would like to make the motion to accept all of the recommendations that you have made with the adjustments to the Doug Williams Scholarship to remain at $6,677, which was their request. The literacy volunteers at Centenary College to remain at $2,200. And the Renzi Art at $6,300. Renzi Art.
And I am friendly to all of those amendments.
Okay, and one last one on teams. I would like to make a request to increase from 15 to 18,000.
Okay. I am friendly to that as
Teams.
well.
Yes,
On that last page.
on the last page.
Third page. And I'm sorry, that request was to move from 15 to 20? Is that
18.
correct?
18.
18, I'm sorry, thank you.
Chair recognizes Madam Ms. Bryant. Microphone, please.
On the inner city, and inner city had 4650, recommendation 5, or you want to go to the 4650?
I'm sorry.
And we skipped that one? Okay.
I'm
Inner
sorry.
City
Inner
Road.
City Road Modern Dance. I did do 5,000. Pending the recommendation from Madam Chair.
Yes,
Do you want to keep it at the 46?
yes.
We will keep it at the $4,650.
And you said, did you consider, do literacy volunteers also, correct?
They did.
That we did. We did bring that back to 2,200. And I do apologize to Northwest Louisiana CDC. Is that the Center for Disease Control?
No, it is not. That's Bishop Brandon.
Community
Northwest
Development Corp.
Louisiana CDC, Community Development.
All right, that is a new organization. The initial request,
It's not a new organization, but let us get a point of clarification of we have not received a
Most-
request in a few years.
Yeah, most of them that they just haven't gotten one in the last couple of years,
They're
or
not
if they didn't use their funds, I didn't put them as being awarded. So they're not necessarily new. They just haven't been awarded in a while or haven't applied in a while.
Okay.
I will accept the recommendation from Madam Chair. The initial suggestion would be for 25,000.
I'll accept that.
And could you clarify what the recommendation was for Oasis of Hope again?
40,000.
Okay, got it. That's the only one I wasn't clear on.
Which one?
Oasis of Hope.
Sisters we removed.
We're going to postpone that one. There's been some change of ownership. It's a great organization. You know, I've always advocated for them, what they do for the youth, especially the young women in our community. But as soon as all of those transitions take place, maybe something we have to consider on the floor. Thank you.
Commissioner Carter.
Yes, I just had a question concerning Booker T. Washington, not necessarily the amount, but what is that?
If I may, I believe that is for the Film and Entertainment Arts program that they have there. It is separately funded outside of the Caddo Parish School Board, so they do rely heavily on community support for that program. The school board provides a base level funding. However, their program has taken off, so therefore they do require additional funding from the community.
Okay. And I guess my second recommendation would be for the Cedar Grove Community Development. I would like to move it from 20 to 30.
Okay. I am
second.
friendly to that.
Was there anything else?
Were there any other recommendations from any colleagues?
That's all I have.
All right, if there are no other recommendations, Mr. Clerk, will you please call a voice vote for the second set of recommendations and awards?
I move to accept these recommendations.
A second.
Okay, that is a motion from Commissioner John Paul Young, seconded by Commissioner Stormy Gage Watts, and I will do a roll call vote now to get your votes on these recommendations. Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Cothran,
Yes.
Commissioner Epperson,
Yes.
Commissioner Burrell,
Yes.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Gage Watts.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That carries with 6 in support, none in opposition, and 1 absent.
I will, in just a moment, I'll give you a little time, Ms. Barnett and everybody, unless you guys are ready with a number, we can, okay.
Mr. Chairman,
I'm sorry. Hold on just one moment. Commissioner Burrell.
just a little point of information too. The Salvation Army Red Shield Shelter, which is actually, I believe is the, where the Boys and Girls Club is on Greenwood Road in my district. I'm not sure what is going on there as of right now. They had a summer program and they shut it down and it's been shuttered ever since. So I want to look into that to see what's going on there.
Would you like to adjust the recommendation for $25,000?
I'm gonna leave
Would
it
you like
there
to
as of
do
right
that?
now, but I'm still trying to find out some information.
Okay, thank you for bringing that point of clarity up.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to say something also.
Go ahead.
When we were voting last week about a sort of controversial issue of pickleball, many people who were opposed to pickleball came forward and said, do more for our community. Don't just put pickleball out in the Southern Trace area for rich people to play pickleball. And I explained repeatedly that revenue bonds that pay for pickleball are different from the money that we can spend on other stuff. This is money that we can spend on other stuff. And this is a way that we can give to the communities from which the complainants about pickleball came to speak to us. And so I'm voting for it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do will, to add on to what you just said, I do think it is important for citizens to note that these funds are distributed through the Riverboat Gaming Funds. As I'm sure we're about to hear what the total amount for this request is, what the total amount of the award is, I would like to let the public know that the total amount for this request was for $3,801,000. I'd like to thank my colleagues for their suggestions on us being able to meet at a nominal amount that will still be able to provide services for the community while we are not able to grant the full $4 million request. Well, excuse me, almost $4 million request. I am confident that our initial investment will be able to make an impact this year. I do hope that next year we're able to bring these groups and organizations in so they can share in their own words exactly how much this funding means to them. And so once again, I'd like to thank you all for your participation. I would like to ask administration if they will give us a total for this suggested award. Ms. Barnett. So that is 1,600,000, and that is out of a $3.8 million request, correct?
What is it, 1,600,000?
1,670,327,000. No, $327. $327.
$327. Point
Is
of
there-
clarification too, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Burrell.
Going back to Southern University, what is the difference between Southern University Shreveport Foundation and Southern University System Foundation? I know what the system is. So this.
As you
Shreveport
know,
is
Southern
the-
University system is the only HBCU system in the world. The Southern University system primarily operates out of Baton Rouge. The Southern University at Shreveport Foundation is hosting many different initiatives for the Shreveport campus of Southern University at Shreveport. And as you can see, we also had a request from the Southern University at Shreveport campus.
Right.
The Southern University System Foundation's request was foregone, and we will meet on that later on once we pose some initial questions to the Southern University System Foundation.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Are there any comments from any other colleagues? All right. There's been a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you all. Oh,
I'm sorry. The chair would like to make a motion to reconvene.
I
There was one
apologize.
item that we needed to take out of order, and I think there will be a motion on
I'm
that.
gonna
If I can get
second
a
it.
second.
I'm going to second it myself.
Thank you. All right.
I
And
do
it appeared
apologize.
We didn't actually,
That's
we didn't
fine.
actually adjourn because we hadn't called it quite yet. So we're still in session, but was there another motion I thought I heard?
Yes, there is another motion. I do believe that the chair needs to make a motion to move out of the order of the agenda and do an agenda addition.
Okay. So the first motion is to allow to go out of order and consider an agenda addition. Could we vote on that at this time? Is there discussion?
Okay.
Anyone? Okay.
Yes.
So is that passed by acclamation? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yes, we're
so
about to
now
open
we're
one.
back up at agenda additions on your section, and I believe there's a suggestion of considering an agenda addition.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to add a agenda addition regarding the HRRAP program.
Okay. Second.
So there's a motion from Commissioner Thomas, seconded by Commissioner Gage Watts, to add a discussion about the HRRAP program, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Point of information,
Commissioner.
can you explain what it is?
Yes, sir. There are some documents in which we have here, in which we are going to have a pretty simple discussion regarding it, and we would like to receive some recommendations from the committee members.
Okay, you got some information on that?
You should receive it.
First, we
You
need
should
to
have received
do,
it.
once you get your motion and your questions addressed, then you need to do a public hearing. I know no one's here, but we have to do it by format.
Commissioner Epperson?
The initials for HRR, explain those.
That is Housing Repair and Rehabilitation Assistance Program.
Okay, and this is a new initiative from the commission, or is this
Yes, sir.
something that's in place?
This will be from the Caddo Parish Commission. There are elements of this in which we have provided services for, but this will be an actual foundational and continuous program. And if we could have it added as an additional, as an agenda addition, I would be able to go into much more details regarding it.
At this point, it would be appropriate if you go ahead and open a public hearing to see if there's any members of the public who wish to speak for or against the expansion of the agenda to include this discussion.
I would like to open a public hearing. If there are any members of the public who are here to speak against or for this agenda addition, a public meeting is open at this time. Seeing none, this public hearing is closed.
Okay, now that that public hearing has been addressed, it's appropriate to vote on adding the item to the agenda. So if
Before we vote, I do have one more question from Commissioner Burr.
The only question I had, I wanted to find out, does it have anything to do with the, is it connected to the Edward Jones housing?
In our discussion, it would be, that's one of the questions for the committee.
Okay.
okay, at this time it would be appropriate to go ahead and do a roll call vote. Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Cawthorn. This is to
Vote to-
expand the
Add
agenda,
and finish.
just so we can talk about it. Okay. Commissioner Epperson,
Yes.
Commissioner Burrell,
Yes.
Commissioner John Paul Young, and Commissioner Stormy Gage Watts.
Yes.
Okay, that motion carries with 6 in support, none in opposition, and 1 absent to expand the agenda. So moving through the course of the agenda, you would be back under new business now with a new item that is to discuss the Housing Repair and Rehabilitation Assistance Program.
All right. Thank you, commissioners, for allowing this to be added. As you can see, there are a couple of flyers that I've included. There are 2 copies because there are some small typographical errors in certain areas or whatever, and I just want to be clear on which ones were able to be corrected and which ones were not. I do also have a draft program framework for this program. What I'd like to say is that it will be established to provide financial assistance for essential structural repairs and rehabilitation for single-family homes. This program seeks to ensure that residents live in a safe, secure, and habitable housing structure by addressing critical deficiencies that affect the structural integrity, safety, and basic livability of the dwelling. This program will not be intended to fund cosmetic improvements or discretionary remodeling. I think it's very clear that we have heard from our citizens in which they are screaming out for help. I think that a part of what adds to our blighted communities is the citizens and taxpayers' inability to be able to secure those structures. For instance, I'll just take for an example, in hypothetical situation, if someone purchased a home with her husband in 1975. Here we are in 2025. She's a widower now. She does have some structural issues that have happened either by storm or just by natural wear and tear. Just say she's not able, that citizen who has paid taxes on that home for over 35, 40 years is not able to secure that home structurally. These does include programs such as a loan option as well as a grant award program. With that grant award program, of course, you would have to meet a certain income threshold. Outside of that, for the loan option, it would provide different criteria, such as it would be incentivized by different interest amounts and availabilities. I would love to present this to you guys so that I can have your suggestions. This is just an initial suggestion. I'd love to hear any questions that you may have, and maybe we can address some of those now. I'd love for y'all to take a look at it. I've asked administration to take a look at it, and at our next regularly scheduled meeting, I would like to have another appropriations meeting in which we can discuss it in further and hopefully make some type of recommendations to administration. So at this time, I want to take any questions that anyone may have. I'll start with Commissioner Burrell, and then I'll work my way around to Commissioner Cawthorn, and we'll just go in order from there.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The first question I have is based upon an observation that was made when we were looking at trying to help the people after the storm. And the issue that came up with the city, whether or not we had to go through the city to do it, that the parish couldn't do it. It had to go through the city's code enforcement and some of the other things. Is that still an issue?
And before Ms. Bryant answers that, there are a few organizations in which I'd like to propose that we do this program through, and then I'll let her answer the question regarding the City of Shreveport's code enforcement.
My understanding of the program you're talking about is not code enforcement.
That's correct.
The program you're describing is to help citizens renovate homes
Exactly.
for a certain amount. That's different from enforcing cleanup of your property or seizing property due to code enforcement issues. So the two are they're different issues. We
like
can assist folks that are of a certain income level. It's my understanding you can assist folks of a certain income level with the type of projects you're referring to, but we have to follow the law in regards to code enforcement and work through the city on properties that are in city limits.
Seemed like there were some issues having to do with roof replacement and that type of thing after the storm that we could not, as the parish, get involved in.
Well,
Go ahead. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say, you have appropriated funds for roof replacement in the past. It was difficult to administer that particular program because of the sheer size of the need, and it's difficult for us to fix a roof if the rest of the house is falling down. So we had issues in that
So
regard.
there was no conflict of interest from the city
Not that I'm aware of.
standpoint. Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you.
And I'm glad you did ask that because this definitely addresses that. For instance, we have had a roofing program that did address critical needs following a storm, but it's difficult to fix a roof on a home in which the foundation is crumbling. It would do us no good to fix a roof if, it's gonna fall in or slide off and move to the, lean to the left, or if there are other issues with that home. So fixing the roof would do nothing but just put a Band-Aid on it. This program seeks to address all those issues such as roofing, foundational repairs, emergency electrical HVAC system needs. And once again, I do put emphasis on emergency, not just cosmetic, upgrades that you would like to have. It's also aimed to making the home safer and more accessible. As we know, we're inundated with requests from different individuals who have now become handicapped or disabled and would need to have certain accessibility upgrades to their home, such as a wheelchair ramp, such as certain modifications to certain areas of the home in which we will have a preset of qualifying conditions. Addressing hazards such as mold, and lead paint, and fire and storm damage is one of those things that I love for us to be able to do. So I love for us to have a program in place as opposed to having to react to a storm or react to a situation, and now we have to try to scramble and put in parameters in place. If we have something in place, we can be proactive with citizens and start working with them. To Ms. Bryant's point, we aren't able to help all citizens in Caddo Parish with this program initially, but getting that program set up, I think that we have responsibly allocated funds to the E. Edward Jones Housing Program. Also, another point is that through the loan option, the repayments from that loan can go back into this program to further assist other citizens.
Well, I'm glad, Mr. Chairman, that we finally found something that we can do with parish funds in the urban centers.
Thank you for that. Once again, the goal for this is to make that return on investment for our citizens, especially those that have been homeowners and have been paying taxes for many, many years. I think that this is a way for us to not only help them secure stable living, but to secure that that tax interest that Caddo Parish has on that building and that home for the future. I'm 38 years old, and I've seen so many houses just sit in disrepair and deteriorate, and now we've lost that home, and next thing you know, it's torn down, and now there is no future for it, for a family to be able to have a viable home. Commissioner Cawthorn, did you have any observations?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I have several questions, and again, some of them might not be able to be answered at this particular point because I know we're in the infancy state of this particular program. But my first question is, where's the money coming from? Second question is maximum allocated amount yearly, if we thought that for. What department will this program be handled through? How's the program different from the city program that just came out? And lastly, even though you were talking about roofs and things of this nature, I'm also thinking about the number of elderly citizens that have trees overhanging their homes that could possibly be cut as well. And again, I know you haven't methodically thought about everything, but again, just thinking about cutting of trees as well from overhangs of homes.
And once again, that would count as such as addressing hazards. So I thank you for that suggestion. That is something we consider. Once again, I love to when we meet again for you all to bring, based on what you've seen and what I've outlined, for you to bring any suggestions. We'll collectively present those suggestions to administration and legal and allow them to do the work that they do as far as making sure that we are in parameters, and they will give us the parameters that we may have to set on some of those things. And once again, I am going in order. Commissioner Epperson, I'm going to go to Commissioner Young, and then I'll go to you.
Mr. Chairman, what I've heard is that there are a number of questions that need to be
Microphone,
answered.
microphone.
A number of questions that need to be answered, and I would suggest that we assign this to a committee because there are some questions that need to be answered. And I don't think in this venue today, with us asking those now would be appropriate. Give us a chance to digest what we've seen here and come back with suggestions in the committee.
Thank you so much. That is the intention of me just presenting this to you guys today. I would like for this to be administered from the E. Edward Jones Housing Trust Fund. If it is with you all, I would hope that it can stay in the Appropriations Committee. And once again, that does lead to some other discussions that we need to have about the Edward Jones Housing Trust Fund Committee. That does allow us time for that as well. At our next meeting, hopefully we can address that as well as far as any questions, suggestions, or concerns regarding this. I would like to hear comments from Commissioner John Paul Young.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a great idea. I'm glad we allocated some of our sports wagering money to the Housing Trust Fund. This program focused on preserving structures and ensuring their habitability could be a game changer for the habitability of our whole city. So I really appreciate your putting all the work into this that you have put into it. And I appreciate being among the first people to hear about it. And I look forward to working with you to make it a big success. Thanks.
Thank you. Madam Chair.
No, I agree with the sentiments. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I agree with the sentiments that have been shared by my colleagues. I do think that this will be a great program. Looking forward to continued discussion about it. Thank you for bringing
you.
this.
Thank you all. Once again, if you all would please review that. Thank you all for allowing me to introduce this to you all. I guess in the sake of assigning homework, I'd love for y'all to please take a look at it. Please share any suggestions. I'm not saying this is a perfect framework. I know that we have colleagues that have had decades of experience in this work, and I'd love to hear your suggestions on things that have worked and may have not worked in the past, as well as administrations. Once again, this is an attempt to get the ball rolling on this, on something I think our citizens have expressed in many different ways that it's needed, and that we can do wonders to help not only just those citizens that live in these homes, but also for the future generations of their families.
Mr. Chairman, one other question.
Mr. Burrell.
Just out of curiosity, this particular program here, did it come out of one of our conferences or?
I will say this here as well. I think that we have had, just in this area, we have had numerous different conferences, summits, you name it, war rooms regarding affordable housing. I think one of the things that's been addressed in affordable housing is once you secure that housing, maintaining that housing. And I think that it's one thing to say that an individual has been able to maintain the basic necessities of their home. At a certain point, we all know that here in our economy, we're only a paycheck away from being able to provide for those necessities. So sometimes things happen, such as storms, and I think this is a way for us to be able to address those needs. Myself and you did sit in the CERA board on yesterday, and I think one of the things that we heard about that is actually something with restoring
Right.
and retaining what we do have, as opposed to what we are trying to rehab. So I think if we can secure what we have, for instance, with the analogy that I made earlier about the old lady who has been a widow and is in their home, when that individual passes, we've lost a champion for that home. We've lost the one person to whom that home means something to. And we all know that everyone's family is not situated to where those affairs are in order. That house is going to sit there. With this program, there are some parameters in there for repayment, for liens that can be placed on homes or whatever, to where when those criteria is not met, we're able to then be able to make that home habitable for another family.
The reason why I was asking the question is that if this was an existing program already somewhere.
And to your point,
which,
this program, there is a framework similar to this on a federal level, as well as on a Shreveport on the city of Shreveport level. I will say that the federal level does have some funding concerns. I think that is going on with a lot of different programs federally. We did participate in the HUD 85th anniversary celebration, and they made sure to address those concerns, that they weren't sure how they were able to secure homes and secure families. With that, not only that, not only that, there is a City of Shreveport program. Once again, that only would address homes in the City of Shreveport. I'll allow legal and administration to explain whether those funds can be used in conjunction with these funds. But I felt that it was important to avail this program parish-wide and not only just in the City of Shreveport.
well, I just wanted to see whether or not there were some best practices on this type of thing, if it was already in place.
Yes, sir. I did present administration with some of the frameworks and models in which prompted this. And once again, after receiving your suggestions, I hope we can present this to administration. They can provide us with those parameters.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, I wanted them up first.